Well, our first guest hails from right here in the Mile High City, and we love him to death. Comedian Josh Blue is here, and he's getting ready for his Comedy Works gig. It's this weekend. Hi, Josh. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
I am so sorry that we probably made you wake up for this.
Oh, no, it's fine. I have cats that wake me up very early. So
oh, do you really? What time do you wake up usually?
They get me up about 4. So,
oh, my gosh.
So I just lock them outside and go back to bed, but you know.
Okay, well, at least you get to go back to bed. Well, comedy is something that you've been doing for quite some time, and you're so good at it.
Oh, shucks.
You are.
Yeah, well, 20 years, I better be good. Yeah, so, and it's just good to be home. You know, I live here in Denver, so it's great, and these are my annual shows. I've been doing these probably 15 years now, so it's.
Yes.
I always look forward to my weekend, 4th of July weekend home, and rock the mic at one of my favorite clubs, the Comedy Works South.
That's right. 4th of July, it's a good time, huh? Well, you are on your home turf. Now, how do you compare being at home with other venues all across the country? Does it make you more nervous, or are you just kind of like easy peasy?
It's easy because I don't have to fly, and I get to sleep in my own bed, and you know. There's a little bit more nervousness, maybe just because all my friends come out to the shows, and they are really brutal audience.
Do you get to pick on some of your friends? Like, do you go through some stuff that you guys have done, like some crazy stuff?
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely throw them under the bus for the entertainment of everyone, for sure.
You got to do that. Well, hey, I didn't know this about you, but you have a love and a talent for art. You've brought some of it this morning. Tell us about this. Now, you have shown at the Ion Art Gallery, but what is this process like for you?
Yeah, so I've had probably 10 art gallery showings over the years. I love painting. Definitely a different avenue than doing stand-up, you know, just a little different. I just love it. It's one of my carvings here. I carved that out of wood. It's called Grandpa's Here to Fix the Sink.
Wow, you did that.
Yeah, so, you know, I do have cerebral palsy, so picture me using sharp implements.
That is.
I don't know. That's.
Well, I'll say this much. I love that you put the little hat on him.
Yeah.
That is a cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, do you think art? Let me ask you this, because I am an artist as well. I'm more of a musician singer. I've got my crazy side. Trust me, Josh. But do you think?
I believe you.
Oh, I'm sure. Us TV people, right? I know. He's giving me the look. But art is definitely something you're passionate about. Do you think it brings out maybe like a serious side of you, or what kind of side does it bring out?
Yeah, I mean, it's still, like I said, it's a little different path than doing stand-up. I can be a little more morose, obvious. I mean, most of my paintings, like that's a painting of mine.
That's a good one.
It's like Jackson Pollock meets the Muppets or something. No, I mean, yeah, definitely. With my artwork too, I'm not very good with the straight line, so I don't really try to do a straight line. And yeah, just definitely a different way to express myself, but that's something that's in me, and I feel the need to get it out in the world, and it's cool to be able to say I sell my artwork too, you know?
Well, that's right, and I think you did a good job. Love the color scheme on that one you've got behind there. Okay, I'm very curious, and I would like to know, what comedians would you say are your favorite, or any of them that you are currently following? I
mean, I'm a huge Chris Rock fan. He's always been one of my favorites. Definitely look up to him. Got to see him last week here in Denver, which was amazing. So that's always cool to get to see one of your idols. You know, I've got to do probably 60 shows opening for Chappelle. So he's obviously a legend.
Oh my goodness, Dave Chappelle, he's
the best
great.
ever. So it's cool just to get to say that not only do I work with him, but he's a friend of mine. So that's a cool aspect of this career where I get to look up to these people, but then also get to work with them too. So.
And you get to become friends, which is super cool. You guys are kind of doing the same thing. Did you ever think, Josh, going back to like when your soccer days, 2006, Last Comic Standing, that you would become this big? And did you know early on that you had a thing for comedy?
Yeah, I actually started stand-up in college, so I had a passion for it early, and honestly, I never doubted that I would be here, and I feel like, you know, I got 3rd place on America's Got Talent last season, which was just another cherry on top of a already delicious career.
That's right. And you know once you get through Simon Cowell that you've got some talent.
Yeah, you know, and he really liked me, and I got to bust his chops, and I think he appreciated that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's next.
I thought Simon Cowell was so handsome in person. Like, I was not a fan, and then I did American Idol, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
But he's still mean. He's mean. Okay, you poke a lot of fun at yourself, which is one of the things that I love about you, because in some way that inspires so many people. Is that something that you've heard from fans?
Sure. I mean, obviously, I talk about my disability a lot, and I'm very comfortable with who I am. So I feel like I'm so comfortable with who I am, it doesn't give you the right not to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I put you at ease enough where you can not only see what I'm talking about, but you can see it in yourself, and it reflects in your own differences and your own weaknesses or whatever, and it gives people a chance to reflect on themselves while having a blast, you know? I often say you leave my show learning a lot, but you don't necessarily know that you learned it. It's just, it was a fun time, but now you have a different perspective on what disability is.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we all have weaknesses, and I love that you put a positive note on them. So thank you for that, Josh. And I'll leave you with this. Your latest album, Broccoli, taped right here in Denver. Where can people get that, and what's next for you?
So you can always order hard copies on my website, which apparently nobody has a DVD player anywhere, so that's useless. But,
that's true.
More useful is you can stream it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, thank you for being here, taking time out of your morning. We can't wait to see you on the stage. And Josh, continue doing what you're doing. Much success to you in your
Thank you so much. And make sure you come see my shows this weekend. The live show is the best.
That's right. Okay, catch Josh Blue at the Comedy Works South Friday and Saturday. For tickets and information, go to comedyworks.com.